the balance. The world is in your hands. But before I let you get briefed on that mission, I need to know you remember the 2 principal rules of fighting in the Earth Defense Force. Rule number 1.
No more points to space here, sir!
That's right. They mess up the applicational equipment real good like. And we don't want none of that just because some square wants to update his tweet with war selfies.
That, and he doesn't know how to use a smartphone.
And rule number 2. If you see some enemies breaking off some kind of sneaky from-behind flanking maneuver, you need to radio HQ and let them know. How? Late again. I should have known. If you were still under my command, I would have had you stripped of all rights and privileges and such tidiness. But given your heroic rescue of Admiral Nike, and the fact you're probably all about to die in the upcoming battle anyway, I'll let this one slide.
Oh, don't be ridiculous, Sarge. You really think you'd be able to kill me off so easily? Especially after I survived that massacre off Mars.
Our team's captains. Now then, as you may all be aware, we're not dealing with your average space Nazis. These are alien space Nazis. The meanest, leanest, greenest little alien men in the entire galaxy. You wouldn't want to run into these kind of guys in a dirty back alley behind a motel on Earth late at night. Because that would mean we already lost the war.
But less than 24 hours before the space Nazis ship us all off into education camps and make us wear those horrible orange prison jumpsuits with the scratchy material and the unflattering creases. So, Commander, what's the plan?
Right now, we have only one lead on how to win this war, and we believe it has something to do with this.
Seems fishy.
It is, rather. We call it the Deus Ex Machina.
It's gonna be a red herring.
I don't think so. We've done our research into this one. Although, having said we've done our research into this one, we have no idea exactly what it is, or even really what it does, but we are certain that it is an object of immense power, capable of destroying an entire armada.
Unfortunately, it is located on a planet far, far away. The journey will be tough, so we need as many ships from the EDF as possible to get through the space Nazi blockade.
Captain Fluke, Space Runner! Sir! Captain! Time after time you have proven yourself a hero in the line of duty. You are an exceptional strategist, a leader of men, and a simply fantastic lover.
Is that the name of the next admiral?
Simply fantastic lover. The name of the next admiral, no, but it's a job requirement. We'll need you to lead our escape attempt. Your skill and valor will guarantee victory. And after all, you are the only human captain ever to have destroyed a space Nazi ship.
Sir, I will let you down, sir.
Listen carefully, this may be the most important thing.
General, we have incoming transmission on the hologram device. It's marked as urgent.
In the middle of a briefing, if this is Cindy calling to ask if latex is vegan, I will stop the ship with organic, new age, vegan, gluten-free arsenic.
No, sir, it's coming from the Turellian flagship.
People of Earth, do not adjust your television sets. I am Steiner, Prince of the Tyrrhenian Empire, Shelterer of the Weak, Destroyer of the Unjust, tallest man in space. Do not be afraid, your primitive world will soon be inducted into our socialist collective utopia. Our civic terraforming will not harm you if you are compliant. Cease your resistance and accept the Tyrrhenian lifestyle as your own.
For the love of peer review, these damn space Nazis even stoop to pushing their disgusting agenda of love and tolerance. In our emergency briefing, it makes me sick.
The EDF will never surrender. Not while we have Captain Fluke Space Runner. The only man who could single-handedly wipe out every last one of you. Do you hear me?
We thank you for your generous warning. Prepare to die, Captain Space Runner. Or don't. I wouldn't want to oppress you in your final moments. Consider yourself lucky, Commander Shepard. Unfortunately, I can only do that to minor characters in the play.
You haven't seen this minor character.
I bid you adieu.
He's dead, Jim.
Dude, that man was our best pilot. Now only hope of breaking the blockade. Who else would be so crazy as to attempt such a thing?
Just make Harlot do it. I mean, he's a hero after all. He saved the Admiral from the Battle of Mars. And he's been boasting around the vessel about having a new ship to Travesty is faster than 20 other backstabbing under the election promise.
The Travesty. That old bucket of bolts couldn't make it past warp 5, let alone sustain a cloaking device while doing so. Harlot.
Huh? What, me? Yes! Whoa! I'm a hero, yes! I can do it! What do you want me to do again?
Captain Harlot, are we really going to let him do this?
Well, without Space Runner, it's a suicide mission anyway. We might as well let him try. Captain Harlot, we need you and your vessel, the EDF Travesty, to challenge the enemy fleet head-on and distract them, while the rest of the EDF fleet maneuvers into position behind the enemy and wipes them out.
Yes, sir! Just one question, sir.
Please.
Even with my, famous captaining skills, how are we supposed to survive the battle without being immediately blown to smithereens?
How about this, Harlot?
We will install a phantom fleet dispersal unit onto the Travesty, which
you'll activate as soon as you get near the blockade. Projecting Pac-Man.
We have a plan.
Projecting the image of the entire Earth fleet around you and Pac-Man.
And Batman.
Batman might be a bit much.
As if they all just come out of hyperspace.
Oh, I get it. While the enemy is distracted by the holograms, the real Earth fleet can go in for a surprise attack.
Sure, why not? And once we've gone and destroyed the Space Nazi fleet, we can go off and find the Deus Ex Machina without being worried about Earth being molested by the Space Nazis while we're away.
By science, that plan might just work. I'll ready the ship and crew immediately.
There's no way that plan's ever gonna work, is there?
No, Mr. President. But I think we might salvage the situation. Do we still have that 3,000 megaton nuclear device lying around somewhere?
The one we kept to fix global warming with a nuclear winter.
Yes, that one.
One of the ones we were meant to have disassembled after the formation of the United Earth Government. The ones expressly forbidden by every disarmament pact, treaty, and negotiation we've ever made.
Yes, that one. Do we have it or do we not have it?
Why, of course, we keep it right off the back.
Good. I want it on board the Travesty when that madman Captain Harlot flies right into the heart of the alien armada. In fact, we'll hook it up to the bridge with a big red button labeled Hollow Fleet. That should do the trick. Then when they're reading from the blast, we can swoop in and mop up any survivors. Bada bing, bada boom.
Meeting adjourned. All ships commence launch preparations immediately. Do I make myself clear? Dismissed!